All right, we are back in Ball Arena. The Colorado Avalanche have returned from a 5-game road trip for a couple of games now here at home, and they kick things off with a 4-1 loss to the Utah Hockey Club tonight. This was an interesting game, not in that it was the most entertaining to watch. The goal scoring for Colorado came in the third period, a Nathan MacKinnon, the lone goal for the Avs, but in terms of what teams were doing in their own end to prevent chances the other way. Obviously, it's still a loss, so there's a little bit to break into. First one we'll start with. Megan, when can I get off the "it's so over, we're so back" roller coaster? I kind of teed things up by talking about interesting back and forth in terms of stifling chances, because I do think Colorado threw everything but the kitchen sink at Utah. Honestly, it was a little bit of Utah's defense that blocked a lot of these shots, but in terms of shots, it was 24-23 in favor of Colorado, with 27 additional attempts blocked for Colorado. It points to good team defense on Utah's side, but also Guerilla had a great night in net for Utah, coming up with some huge saves. I think that's something to get positive around just because of the intent. Jared Bednar used the word intentions. The team had good intentions tonight. He also said that they turned some of their grade A chances into grade C chances. So when you look at the quality of some of these chances, you do see that the high danger opportunities are actually pretty comparable on either side. So they could stand to get more dangerous, but the intent and the process was there in a lot of ways for Colorado, and I felt they grew better period by period. There were two in particular fluky goals and then a power play goal against that was just difficult to prevent. It was a tic-tac-toe play that unfolded right off the draw. There was very little Colorado's PK could do, but Jared Bednar did offer some criticism for it, though he has liked the PK on the whole. They were a little bit late to their assignments, and it changed their positioning of their sticks at the last second, and it just left lanes a little too open because they were a little bit late for this passing play to unfold. Otherwise, the penalty kill, this is another question we'll get into here from our goalie friend. Can we admit the goaltending was less of a problem than the penalty kill now? I know you're a fellow goalie supporter, so this is more of a general comment. I love this comment because additionally, we received another comment: Wedgwood deserved a better result. It's important to talk about. Jared Bednar was quick to defend Wedgwood's night in net, even giving him some grace on that power play goal against. There was not much that the goaltender could do, and though I have liked the penalty kill as of late, obviously because they were a little bit late to defend, that left them a bit vulnerable. But in the month of December, that's 3 power play goals against through 18 opportunities. Their November was particularly rough, but they have been trending in a better direction coming out of it. So I don't want to key in on this power play goal against too harshly. I still think that game by game, the penalty kill obviously is important in the special teams battle when the power play isn't converting, which it didn't yet again. Which brings me to another comment. You think going back to Colton and on PP1 and replacing Lecky could help spark a lifeless PP? I think it's an interesting comment because while I do agree that Lehkonen would probably be the man to replace there, I don't know that Lehkonen's the lack of spark. Jared Bednar talked about the difficulties on the man advantage being something about the attack mentality. When they're trying to create 5v5, there's this more desperate chaos that they lean into in the way that they attack. And they're just throwing everything at the net, and then they're chasing down pucks, trying to retrieve pucks, collect rebounds. And I think he feels, they're overpassing on the power play, and it's just a bit different from how they're creating 5v5. I still feel similarly about what's holding them back on the power play, but I will say their first man advantage opportunity tonight, I thought they had a couple of great chances. Vejmelka came up with some huge saves. Didn't really love what they did with their other power play opportunities, so there is still a lot of room for improvement. But we saw a lot more of the second unit tonight, especially because there was a double minor, so a lot of man advantage opportunity. And I got to see a little bit more of Ross Colton there. I don't mind the swap, but when I look to both what Lehkonen and Ross Colton do well, I think they both possess a strong attack mentality. What I think is lacking for Lehkonen right now is the connectedness. I think that he is receiving passes, but his decisions, once he gets the puck on his stick, have maybe not allowed for the best available opportunity. So that's where I could see the value in maybe giving Ross Colton a chance back on that top unit, because he found so much early season success there. And this is a power play that is in need of a few tweaks moving forward. All right, those are all of the comments I have for tonight. A lot of questions about PK, goaltending. I overall thought it was a pretty good Scott Wedgwood night. 2 weird goals, a really difficult power play goal against, and the Avs just couldn't put the puck in the back of the net and get past this Utah defense and terrific goaltending. I'm not sweating it too much. I think process-wise, they did a lot of the right things, and they should be back better for this Nashville game on Saturday.